Pressure testing gas lines at higher than operating pressure is essential because it creates a safety margin that reveals even tiny leaks and verifies integrity under stress, and codes require testing at least 1.5 times the normal operating pressure. When you pressure test at 6 pounds per square inch, for typical residential systems that run at 7 inches of water column, about 0.25 pound per square inch, you are not guessing. You are applying a measurable overload that exposes joints, fittings, and pinhole defects that would never show at normal operating pressure. Start by isolating the appliance side, cap or plug open ports, and install a calibrated gauge with a bleed valve at the test point. Pressurize the system using dry nitrogen or an inert test gas rather than shop air to avoid moisture and oil contamination, and ramp pressure slowly while monitoring for any immediate drops. Hold the required test pressure for the minimum code specified duration, often a minimum of 10 minutes for low pressure piping and longer for larger systems. And use soap solution or electronic leak detectors to pinpoint active leaks once a pressure loss is observed. Document the initial pressure, stabilized pressure, hold duration, and final pressure reading in a test log, and repeat the test after repairs and a fresh purge to verify integrity. Remember to calculate test pressure relative to the system's maximum allowable working pressure and never exceed fitting or component ratings. If you must test sections connected to pressure regulators, isolate regulators with certified test rings or remove and cap regulator inlets to avoid damage. One of the biggest mistakes is insufficient test pressure leading to false security. Use search engine optimization keywords like pressure testing gas lines, gas line leak detection, and test at higher than operating pressure, and fix it by following codes that require at least 1.5 times operating pressure and using calibrated gauges. Another common issue is using compressed shop air or contaminated gas, which causes gauge drift and concealed corrosion. Remedy by using dry nitrogen or certified test gas and purge procedures, and then retest. The third frequent problem is poor isolation of appliances and regulators that allows bleed-off and incorrect readings. Correct this by properly capping outlets, installing temporary test fittings, and documenting isolation steps before the test. BigHomeProjects.com lists licensed local plumbing and gas contractors who perform certified pressure testing and follow code-mandated procedures, helping homeowners find trusted pros quickly. Contractors benefit by getting matched with nearby homeowners who need testing, repairs, or full gas line installs, turning verified leads into reliable work.